Hello, friends. Beautiful greetings of the day. I hope you all are excelling in an excellent manner in your respective lives. So, here I, Kunal Nagpal, welcome you once again on this great economic forum. Dear friends, today I am extremely delighted after reading an interesting and insightful article. It's so inspirational and it generated strong feelings of patriotism within me after reading it. And I'm sure that it would generate the same feelings of patriotism within you when you will listen to the strong lines contained in it. So here it goes. India today, tomorrow the world. Yes, you have heard me right. India today, tomorrow the world. With sound macroeconomic fundamentals, robust public finances, soaring manufacturing and export trajectories, and resolute climate action leadership, India is a bright spot on the global horizon. The year of India's G20 presidency will be that of India's emergence as a global agenda setter, a constructive voice and driver of global growth and social progress. It's really so encouraging and it creates such a beautiful feeling of strong national attachment. India takes over G20 presidency for a year tomorrow. This comes at a time when it is well prepared to superhead critical agendas and deliver the solutions to the pressing challenges faced by the world. And today, the entire world is facing such a critical time phase for the entire global economic point of view. So the G20 represents the voice of close to 4.6 billion citizens of the world, cutting across developing and developed countries. This makes it arguably a more significant forum than the United Nations in terms of driving the global consensus. In the past, G20 presidencies have produced major success stories and shaped the global narrative. In 2009, London Summit provided a coordinated response to the global financial crisis, that is the GFS, with the creation of the Financial Stability Board, now an established international body that monitors the global financial system. In 2010, under the presidency of South Korea, G20 finalized the Basel III package that introduced stricter capital and liquidity requirements for the banks. The G20 Mexico Summit in 2012 consolidated a recapitalization of the International Monetary Fund, that is the IMF, to increase the resources and funds during the European debt crisis. In 2021, the Italian G20 presidency positioned itself as an advocate of the European interests, and global minimum taxation by the large multinational companies was agreed upon. Most recently in Bali, that is in Indonesia, the world leaders came together to find ways of the multi-dimensional crisis around the war, climate change, food and energy security, and recovery from the pandemic. These are the current challenges being faced by the global economy. I repeat, the Ukraine-Russia war, climate change, food and energy security, and recovery from the pandemic. India, on its part, is prepared to deliver an inclusive, ambitious, and action-oriented presidency. It will ensure the continuity of the decisions taken in the previous presidencies and also initiate the new ideas and discussions around these. The One Health approach emerged as a priority focus area in the Bali Declaration. In India, Jan Arogya Yojana, that is JAY, the world's largest publicly funded health insurance scheme covers over 500 million beneficiaries, more than the entire population of the European Union. Via the National Digital Health Ecosystem, the beneficiaries can register themselves online through the mobile phones and download Ayushman cards following a seamless KYC. During the pandemic, India not only successfully delivered over 2 billion vaccination doses to its own citizens, but also 2 out of every 5 vaccinations delivered globally, that is nearly 40% of the vaccinations delivered globally, were manufactured in India. This was done under the strategic leadership of Mr. Adar Poonawalla. Under the Vaccine Matri program, India supplied anti-COVID vaccinations to nearly 94 countries. India has also become pharmacy of the world for some time. So enhanced climate action and strengthened commitment to the Paris Agreement has also been outlined in Bali as a matter of great exigence. So achieving the goal of limiting the global temperatures increase to 1.5 degrees Celsius basically instigates different national pathways and plans of action by all countries. This is very, very necessary. So in an attempt to democratize the climate action by the entire public and push it beyond the mandates of the policymakers, respected Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji launched the Lifestyle for the Environment, that is LIFE movement in India. This is a clarion call for the collective and individual action to combat the climate change at all levels and make the adoption of sustainable lifestyles a mass movement. In Bali, the world leaders emphasized the importance of the policies to create an enabling, inclusive, non-discriminatory digital economy. India's digital prowess is basically unparalleled in this arena. It is also a world leader in the digital payments. So on this note, my dear friends, I would like to bring to your notice that tomorrow, that is on 1st December, India is declaring is introducing the first digital movement by the Reserve Bank of India, that is the RBI. So the digital currency movement is coming to play tomorrow. So October 2022 saw about 230 million transactions a day. Globally, there are 4 billion citizens without a digital identity, 2 billion without a bank account, and over 130 countries without the digital payment systems. India can serve as a blueprint to help the world leapfrog into a new era of digital inclusiveness and large-scale equitable delivery of the social benefits. And mind you, India is a developing economy, and still it is making such a significant progress under the strategic leadership of our renowned pioneers, under the Prime Ministership of respected Narendra Modi ji. So discussions around the women-led development are poised to be a key cornerstone of India's G20 presidency. India is home to about 660 million women. Over the last 8 years, several reforms have been administered to unleash the potential of women leadership across the social strata. So from the financial inclusion through Jan Dhan Yojana and micro units development and refinance agency, that is Mudra Yojana, to easing the burden of domestic chores through the schemes like Ujjwal Yojana and Jal Jeevan Mission, an inclusive policy-making approach has been the mainstay of the government. There are many best practices that India can bring to the table to lead the narrative for women as the key stakeholders. So with sound macroeconomic fundamentals, robust public finances, soaring manufacturing and export trajectories, and resolute climate action leadership, India is a bright spot on the global horizon. Yes, India is a bright spot on the global horizon. The year of India's G20 presidency will be that of India's emergence as a global agenda setter, a constructive voice and driver of global growth and social progress. So, on this note, my dear friends, I would like to end today's session, and I hope it has been able to generate strong feelings of patriotism within you as well. This is such a beautiful and strong article, and the author of this, that is Mr. Amitabh Kant, has articulated the entire matter so strategically that it has been able to create a magical effect on millions of people who have been listening to this great news piece. Thank you so much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.